Tired of the negativity? Looking for a shot of optimism? Well, I have an inspiring story to make you smile right after this. This episode of Misfits and Crackpots is brought to you by the Well-Crafted Story Workshop. Struggling to connect with your audience and attract new clients? Transform your speaking skills at the Well-Crafted Story Workshop with Coach Jimmy Hayes Nelson and yours truly, Dr. Danny Brissell. In just 2 days, master the art of crafting compelling speeches that convert listeners into clients. Whether in-person or virtual, you'll get personalized attention in an intimate group, learning not just from expert coaches, but from fellow entrepreneurs. Don't let another opportunity slip away. Get your free story blueprint today at wellcraftedstoryworkshop.com and turn your story into your most powerful business tool. Your success starts here. Visit wellcraftedstoryworkshop.com now. You're just a well-crafted story away from 7 figures.
Hello there, my friend, and welcome to Misfits and Crackpots, short, inspiring stories for busy people. I'm Dr. Danny Brissell. This is a podcast for those interested in extraordinary stories about ordinary people and companies. Consider it your dose of positivity and inspiration for the week. Khalid Hosseini wrote, "Of all the hardships a person had to face, none was more punishing than the simple act of waiting." This week's success strategy: be patient. In a world that so often rewards the loud, brash, and relentless self-promoters, there exist rare individuals whose strength is found in their quiet persistence. Yes, people exist who chip away at seemingly insurmountable obstacles year after year, decade after decade, driven by purpose rather than ego. Exploring those trailblazers whose patient determination allows them to shatter long-standing glass ceilings in the most understated of ways reminds us that seemingly ordinary people accomplish extraordinary things. Iceland in the 1930s was a rugged island nation where opportunities for young girls were severely limited by tradition and societal constraints. Born in the heart of Reykjavik, Vigdis learned the values of humility, hard work, and keeping one's dreams closely guarded from a very tender age. Her early life was steeped in an environment that fostered a love for education and the arts. Her father, a civil engineer, and her mother, a nurse, instilled in her a profound respect for knowledge and cultural heritage. This nurturing in a home that valued intellectual pursuit was the first of many steps that shaped her patient, steadfast approach to life and her future career. Vigdis's educational journey exemplified her patience and determination. As the harsh Icelandic winters came and went through her formative years, she channeled her curiosity about the wider world into her studies, excelling academically. Her ambitions, however, extended far beyond the narrow boundaries placed on women at that time. When the opportunity to leave Iceland and experience new cultures arose, Vigdis seized it without hesitation. During travels that spanned from the mountains of France to the bustling streets of Copenhagen, her perspective of the world and a woman's place in it expanded exponentially. Vigdis saw unlimited potential within herself, potential that society said could never be realized. With each closed door and dismissive comment from doubters, her determination to defy expectations only intensified. Her academic path was not merely a pursuit of personal fulfillment, but a foundational phase where she cultivated the patience to listen, learn, and understand diverse perspectives, crucial skills for her future roles. After completing her education, Vigdis returned to Iceland. There, societal pressures to settle for the limited roles allowed to women weighed heavily on her. She embarked on a career in teaching. Her involvement in the arts was marked by a meticulous, patient approach to cultural education. Teaching at the University of Iceland, taking an active role in global theater, and writing children's books that fought gender stereotypes, Vigdis chipped away at the archaic perceptions of what a woman could achieve. Her foray into politics was not born out of a lifelong ambition to hold office, but rather from a sincere dedication to cultural and educational advancement. Consistently engaged with civic duties and cultural advocacy, Vigdis quietly took on roles behind the scenes that greatly contributed to education and cultural preservation policymaking. She embraced the unglamorous, painstaking work of administration and bureaucracy to better women's lives. The trademark patience and stoic determination passed down from her mother allowed her to keep chipping away at the highest remaining ceilings. When the opportunity arose for her to run for the presidency of her homeland, Vigdis's decision to campaign was driven by a vision of what Iceland could achieve in advancing the role of women in society. Her campaign was a marathon, not a sprint. She approached each step with the patience and resilience that had defined her previous professional endeavors. She understood that changing societal norms and perceptions was a slow process, requiring persistent, calm, and reasoned engagement with all segments of the population. Throughout her presidential campaign, Vigdis patiently addressed doubts about women's leadership capabilities, methodically dismantling stereotypes and highlighting the importance of diverse perspectives in governance. Her calm demeanor and thoughtful responses to criticism won the hearts and minds of many Icelanders, who saw in her a leader who could guide the nation with wisdom and integrity. Upon her election, her humility and self-restraint remained her hallmarks. There was no jubilant victory, just the same quiet determination to create positive change with resolve and class. Vigdis became a symbol of patient, persistent progress. A steady, inclusive approach characterized her leadership. She did not rush transformative policies, but rather laid the groundwork for sustainable change, understanding that the most enduring reforms are those that are carefully considered and inclusively enacted. Throughout her time in office, Vigdis reshaped Iceland's trajectory, galvanizing women's equality through both groundbreaking policies and the sheer power of leading by example with grace. On the global stage, she championed environmentalism, universal education, and economic opportunity for all. Her patience was a beacon for many, proving that enduring progress often requires a long-term commitment beyond the quick wins and easy gains. She approached politics in a way that transcended political lines, and the world at large would hail her patient advocacy and leadership. Vigdis inspired women globally to pursue leadership roles, even in environments where their participation had historically been minimal. Her presidency shattered long-standing barriers, demonstrating unequivocally that with patience, vision, and unwavering commitment, ceilings of all kinds could be broken. With courageous vulnerability and moral leadership, Vigdis proved that traditional perceptions of power are but an illusion. She exemplified that the quiet resoluteness of someone who believes in their cause more than themselves can conquer self-doubt and alter the course of history, as she did. In 1980, Vigdis Finnbogadóttir of Iceland became the world's first democratically elected female head of state, a groundbreaking achievement that laid the groundwork for future generations of women leaders. She would remain in office for a total of 16 years, which makes her the longest-serving non-hereditary female head of state in history. A pioneer who would go on to inspire millions with her visionary leadership, Vigdis Finnbogadóttir showed the world that the qualities of patience, empathy, and steadfast purpose could prove more powerful than any bravado or burning ambition. See, friend, inspiration is all around us. You just have to look for it. Thanks for listening. Join us next week for another inspiring story about misfits and crackpots. Misfits and Crackpots is a production of Success Media, produced by Terrence Wishner. Sound effects by Alessandro Lucati, courtesy of Pixabay. Thank you for tuning in. If you love today's story, there's so much more to explore in the book Misfits and Crackpots by yours truly, Dr. Danny Brissell. Grab your copy now on Amazon and dive deeper into the extraordinary lives of those who dared to change the world. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast with fellow misfits who love inspiring stories. See you next time.